All right, let's kick off another deep dive. Today, we're heading over to Zambia.
Sounds fun.
We're going to be exploring the music of MZ Wayne Zim.
Oh, interesting.
You provided his portfolio, and
Yeah.
it seems like he's more than just a musician.
Okay.
He's a bit of an activist too. So
Oh,
let's try to uncover what makes this guy's music stand out
okay.
and how he uses it to, to try and make a difference.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how we often box music into just being entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
But Mizi Wenzin seems to be kind of blurring those lines.
Right.
He was born Mazinga Haloba in Mazabuka, Zambia,
Okay.
and he's been making music for over a decade now.
Wow.
And his music, it's described as drawing inspiration from everyday life in Zambia, reflecting the realities of the people.
So it's not just like love songs and partying.
Right.
His portfolio mentions that he inspires his listeners with
Yeah.
reality-based lyrics.
Oh, wow.
I'm intrigued.
What sort of realities are we talking about here?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what does that even mean?
Well, it doesn't, explicitly state it in the portfolio,
Okay.
but given his advocacy work, which we'll get into later,
Right.
it's likely that his music touches on social issues.
Oh.
Maybe the challenges faced by everyday Zambians.
Yeah.
Maybe even some political commentary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's that connection to real life experience
Okay.
that I think really sets him apart from maybe some of the more mainstream artists.
Yeah. Yeah, I see how he's more than just a musician now.
Right.
But before we jump into all that activism stuff,
Okay.
let's talk about the music itself.
Sure.
The portfolio says that he blends African American hip hop and Western R&B with these catchy melodies.
It's an interesting mix.
Yeah, do you think those genres just naturally work together?
It's not a combination that you hear every day.
Right.
But when it's done well, it can be so powerful.
Yeah.
Think about the rhythmic drive of hip hop.
Yeah.
And then the soulful emotionality of R&B, and then you layer in those irresistible melodies that just get stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Mizi Wayne Zim seems to have really found a way to blend these elements, seamlessly.
It's like a fusion, like a genre fusion.
Totally.
And it reflects the interconnectedness of music today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that.
Artists aren't limited by geographical boundaries anymore. They're just taking inspiration from everywhere.
Absolutely. And it makes you wonder if that kind of cross-cultural pollination almost enhances creativity.
Right, exactly.
In Mizi Wayne Zim's case, he's also worked with a lot of big names in the Zambian music scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got PJ, Steve-O Rap Guru, Wills Nyapol,
Wow.
Drift-A-Trek, Dismo, B-Flow.
Okay, that's a lot of names.
It is. What do you make of those collaborations?
Well, just glancing at that list, I mean, he's clearly not afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
Collaborate with different artists.
Right.
But do any of those stand out to you in particular?
The one that I think is really intriguing is the collaboration with B-Flow.
Oh, okay.
Because B-Flow himself is known for socially conscious music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it makes me think that there's kind of a shared vision there, a commitment to using their music for something more than just entertainment.
Yeah, that's a good point. It makes me even more curious about his advocacy work.
Yeah.
But before we go there, I kind of want to get a sense of his musical journey.
Yeah.
His discography includes tracks like Bango Taba, featuring Steve-O Rap Guru from way back in 2012.
Okay.
Then Vinny Samusana, featuring Wills Nyapol in 2014. And more recently, Mupaleko, featuring TS in 2019.
Right.
I mean, you can really see the evolution of an artist there, can't you?
Yeah, you can, can't you? He starts with a collaboration with Steve-O Rap Guru, who's this prominent figure in Zambian hip hop.
Right.
Then he moves on to work with other artists like Wills Nyapol. And it really suggests a willingness to explore,
Yeah.
different sounds, different styles.
It's like he's building his own musical identity,
Yeah.
brick by brick.
I like that.
And speaking of building,
Yeah.
his portfolio mentions that he's worked with producers DJ Nzangaman and Big Busy from K Army.
Oh, okay.
what role do you think producers play in shaping an artist's sound?
Oh, producers are essential.
Oh, really?
They're the architects of the sound, you know.
Okay.
They're the ones who help translate the artist's vision into reality.
Right.
They bring their own technical expertise, their own creative flair, and they work really closely with the artist to craft that final product.
So it's a real collaboration.
It is. It is.
And in Mizi Zim's case, it seems like he's surrounded himself with talented individuals
Yeah.
who share his passion. But there's something else here that I think is interesting.
Okay, what's that?
He won the Zenga Nilina Mao competition
Wow.
and B Flow's Injalela challenge competition.
Oh, wow.
These competitions are like pretty big deals in Zambia.
I imagine so.
Yeah. So like winning those speaks volumes about his talent
Yeah.
and the impact he's having.
Right.
And it probably helped him gain recognition early in his career.
Definitely.
Maybe, opening some doors to collaborations and opportunities.
Yeah.
I mean, those victories, they go beyond just like personal achievement.
Right.
It's a testament to his connection with Zambian audience.
It seems like he's really making waves in the Zambian music scene.
Yeah, but his story doesn't end there.
Oh.
He's also a former XYZ affiliate.
Okay.
I have to admit, I don't really know what that means.
So XYZ is a prominent, it's like a youth-led movement in Zambia.
Okay.
And they focus on promoting civic engagement, raising awareness about social issues, and advocating for change. So being affiliated with XYZ suggests that Mdewinzim is actively involved in those efforts.
Yeah.
And it really aligns with what we've been seeing in his music, right?
Yeah.
That commitment to addressing these real-world concerns.
So he's not just making music. He's using his platform to actually make a difference.
Exactly.
And it gets even more interesting. He's also an ambassador for Voices for Just Climate Action,
Wow.
representing the Mazabuka district.
Now that's fascinating. We're seeing more and more artists using their platform to advocate for causes that they believe in.
Right.
And Mizi Zim seems to be like a prime example of that.
It looks like we've only just scratched the surface here.
Yeah.
We've covered his musical journey, his collaborations, and we're starting to see how his music intertwines with his activism.
It's all connected.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are you ready to dive deeper into this advocacy work?
Absolutely. Let's see what he's doing to empower local artists and raise awareness about climate change in Zambia. His portfolio highlights some of his notable songs.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to go through those?
Yeah, let's take a look. So we got Mombaleko featuring TS,
Okay.
Jobless featuring Dismo,
Hmm.
Mavudo Need Teacher
Mm-hmm.
with B-Flow and P1.
Right.
Mama featuring Lanji,
Okay.
Endgame featuring Driftatrek,
Mm-hmm.
which I knew, featuring Mr. Melodic,
Okay.
and Munazola.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a range.
It is. And I think it really reflects the diversity of his musical influences
Yeah.
and the breadth of his lyrical content.
Like Jobless featuring Dismo, like
Right.
hints at like a spiritual, maybe even a religious element to his music.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Mama featuring Lanji
Yeah.
probably has a completely different vibe.
So
Something more, I don't know, personal and heartfelt.
Exactly.
Mavudo Need Teacher with B-Flow and P1,
Mm-hmm.
like, if I had to guess, I'd say that probably tackles social issues, right?
Yeah.
The challenges that young people are facing in Zambia.
I think you're right.
Endgame, oh, there it is again, featuring Driftatrek.
Yeah.
I guess they enjoy working together.
It seems like it.
But what about the songs that aren't collaborations?
Yeah, good point.
Like, do those give us like further insight into his solo work?
I think so. Like you've got Munazola and Wish I Knew featuring Mr. Melodic.
Mm-hmm.
It could be more introspective pieces, you know?
Yeah.
Exploring personal themes, maybe some emotions.
Amazing how much you can like glean from just the song titles and featured artists.
It is.
It's like each song is like a window into a different aspect of his artistry.
I agree. His life, even.
Yeah, and it makes me want to dive deeper into his lyrics. You know? See how he weaves those reality-based stories into his music.
Me too. But before we get lost in the lyrics,
Okay.
let's go back to his activism for a minute.
Okay, sure.
So the portfolio mentions that he is an ambassador for Voices for Just Climate Action,
Right.
representing the Mazabuka district.
That's particularly relevant today,
Yeah.
given the the growing concern about climate change, especially in regions like Zambia that are already, experiencing the
It's
effects.
absolutely. But I'm curious, what does it actually mean
Yeah.
to be an ambassador for an organization like that?
I imagine it involves, raising awareness about climate change within his community,
Okay.
advocating for sustainable practices,
Right.
and maybe even working on specific projects to address, environmental challenges. So he's not just like talking about these issues in his music.
Right.
He's actually taking action to make a difference.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder how his experience as a musician informs his activism, you know?
Yeah.
Does he use his music to spread awareness about climate change? Does he organize like events or rallies that combine music and environmental activism?
Those are great questions.
Yeah.
It seems like he's found a way to really integrate his passion for music
Yeah.
with his commitment to social change.
He has. And that's what makes him such a compelling figure.
Yeah.
He's not just an artist and he's not just an activist.
Yeah.
He's a blend of both.
Yeah.
Using his creativity and his platform to make a positive impact.
And his portfolio mentions that he's committed to empowering local artists too.
Yeah.
I wonder what that looks like in practice.
Perhaps he mentors like young musicians or organizes workshops or
Yes.
creates opportunities for them to showcase their talent.
It's inspiring to see an artist who's not just focused on their own success,
Right.
but also on lifting up others in their community.
It really is. And it speaks to a sense of responsibility, a desire to use his influence to create positive change. Not just for himself, but for the entire Zambian music scene.
Okay, so we've learned about his unique blend of musical genres.
Yeah.
His impressive list of collaborations and his really inspiring work as an activist.
Right.
But let's not forget, at the heart of it all
Yeah.
is his music.
Of course.
You already mentioned how much you want to explore his lyrics.
I did.
And I have to say, I'm getting pretty curious myself.
Me too. Let's see if we can find some examples of his reality-based lyrics and really get a sense of what he's trying to say through his music.
It sounds like a plan. But before we do that,
Okay.
let's take a quick look at his social media presence.
All right.
His portfolio lists his Facebook as Mizi Zem,
Okay.
Instagram as Mizi Zem, and his TikTok handle is @Mizi Zem.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find even more insights into his music, his activism, his personality.
Yeah, definitely.
On those platforms.
I'm sure we will.
Definitely. And who knows, maybe we'll even find some snippets of those lyrics we're so eager to hear.
Oh, that would be great.
But, that's something for you to explore in your own time.
All right. Fair enough.
But in the meantime, let's dive into those lyrics and
Sure.
see what kind of stories Mizi Zem is telling. It's amazing how music can be so much more than just entertainment.
Right.
And Mizi Zem he's using his platform to shine a light on important issues, empower other artists.
Right.
And just inspire his community.
It really is a testament to the power of art to transcend boundaries and affect real change. He's not just creating music, he's building a movement.
Yeah, and it all started with, a passion for music, a desire to connect with others. And from those humble beginnings, he's grown into a respected artist and, a voice for his generation.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What kind of impact one artist could have if they truly harness the power of their platform?
That's a question worth pondering.
Yeah.
And as you continue to explore Mizi Zem's music, maybe you'll find your own answer.
Maybe you'll discover a new appreciation for the music of Zambia.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll find inspiration to use your own talents to make a difference.
Either way, I think this deep dive has hopefully opened your eyes to the incredible potential of music to connect, inspire, and transform. So keep listening, keep exploring, and keep the music playing.